Of Clarity, here to bring you a collective energy reading and live donation readings. If you're interested, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section. Let me know if the reading resonates with you. Okay. I hope everybody is doing well. When you hit the subscription button, make sure you ring that bell. That way you're notified anytime I come on. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. We appreciate you being here tonight. And tonight I felt like, Spirit said we're going to be a little nosy. So it could calm your nervous system because, karma is a real thing. Karma is a real thing. And a lot of folks is getting it. They're receiving what they deserve. And it's not taking a long time like it used to. Or at least appear to, right? In terms of what we feel time is. You know what I mean? Can you get my put in the green bowl that's in the white cabinet? Put what? Out of the air fryer. Oh. And okay. Thank you. All right, y'all. So, like I said, welcome back to the channel. So, sometimes we just take a looky-see just to calm your nervous system. We'd be frustrated for whatever reason. No reason to be frustrated. Oh, no, this is personal tonight. I'm adding live donation reading tonight, sis. They can get one if they want. So I do want to say that. Is that cool with you, boo-boo? So, okay, where do we begin? All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. So we're going to start off with a collective reading, and then we can go into live donation readings after the collective is delivered. Let me get my peoples on. Oops. There we go. Party monkey. Hi. Hey, what up, sis? Ooh, sitting up. What's going on, sister? Long time no see, Lati. Girl, I hope you saw my comments on your channel regarding that reading because you was hitting on something hard, but I don't really want to say what it was. If you saw the comments, you know what I'm talking about. And thank you. Shoot. All right, Spirit. So, all right, welcome to the channel, y'all. Thanks for coming. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. And make sure when you subscribe to the channel, because I know that you will, go ahead and ring that bell. That way you're notified every time I come on. You don't miss anything. I sure did know that Derek Childress Jr. I sure did. Hustler. They got honey dating back thousands of years. They traced it back to, I guess it was in the tombs of Egypt. Anyway, somebody is a sitting duck, vulnerable, exposed, defenseless, targeted, unprotected, easy, unaware. Ooh. Let me find out. Somebody thought you was a sitting duck. Somebody thought you was a sitting duck. Wow. Did they now? Because they was a hustler. The green bowl. In the cabinet, like I said.
Oh, I did not know. I'm going to go get a bowl now.
Yeah. And y'all got the spoons up here. Y'all have the spoons.
I know.
Yeah. Exactly. I saw that. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Jealousy. Oh, what's going on with these people? Oh, maybe they just sitting duck. Okay, let's see. I feel like somebody might be prey or victim to somebody. We was getting a little bit of that last night. Tell me more, Spirit. I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm rich, I'm that bitch. That's you. Tell me more, spirit. Oh yeah. Hold on.
Get up. I know one has some too. The ice cream. Thank you.
And then put it back downstairs. Carmen. Carmen. Oh. Bite. Oh my god. So you see that card, right? It says clown shit, not my circus, not my monkey, right? But I know the clowns. Whoever this is in your past, this is definitely past energy. Whoever this is in your past, they thought they were a hustler or they felt like they were hustled, but they were somebody that got hustled. Okay. Um Lati in the building, y'all. Um they got hustled. They got played. And they're jealous because you are confident, self-assured, you got a lot of self-worth, right? You know who you are. See, I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm rich, I'm that bitch. They can't touch that. And it says sweep away bad luck, protection from evil, cleanse, purity, self-reflection, personal growth. You are on you are protected. And you are on your goal, your mission in life. Whatever that is, you're focused and more determined. Like whatever you chose to do resonates with you. This person is jealous of that. They couldn't take that from you. They couldn't get a piece of it. Um, they got a lot going on in their lives. And this person though has a jealous streak about them. And you probably heard it before, maybe in conversation with them. Maybe you didn't think much of it because if that's not your nature, um, you know what I'm saying? If that's not your nature, you don't resonate with jealousy. And this person does. You know, somebody who's always scheming, ruthless, manipulative, has a lot of envy. Why? Because they're always trying to be on top. They're always trying to get what everybody got or they think everybody want or whatever. It's all about optics. You know what I'm saying? It's all about material wealth. It's all about trying to be seen, whoever this person is. But they can't touch the authentic you, if that makes sense. There's something very authentic about you when you are healthy, wealthy, rich, and that bitch, right? You may be rich in love, you may be rich in finances, but there's something about this person. There's something about this person that is either attracted to what you have or who you are in a whole, but they don't have what you have. Okay, so but Spirit said there's no destiny swapping in this, right? Because what's yours is yours, and they got on some clown shit. And when you see not my monkey, not my circus, but I know the clowns, that's an indication that they got a lot of shit going on, and they play stupid games and they win stupid prizes all the time. Party monkey rivals, hello. How old are you, party monkey rivals? Um, but yeah, they get this person gets caught up, but they caught up already because it's all about optics with them, right? It's like I said, what it look like, what they have. They want people to admire them, you know, like the way they admire you. But instead of truly admiring you, they're more jealous than anything. Listen, don't dim your light, and um don't let anybody. That's the best word I'm gonna put. Don't let anybody make you feel like you have to compromise something about yourself. I don't think you are, but I think you know what is given is that this person may say something slick to you, right? um, to undermine you. Okay, kind of like somebody said this to me years ago, right? Me and this girl with we had, this is the vibe I'm getting, so I'm going back into a memory to explain it. Me and a girl I work with had both said that we liked capes, right? That was in style at the time, and it wasn't like a fad or anything. It was just we happened to like it. And there were not a lot around, but there were some, right? So I found one, a nice wool one, and I loved it. Um, it was warm to a degree, except for when the wind hit it, but it was exactly what I wanted. Had a little hood to it. It was perfect for me. I like my cape. So I get my cape. She comes over to the office. She comes over to my desk in the office and says, "Oh, that's cute." But I saw a girl with a red one and it was real nice. And I received that immediately as a backhanded compliment because you couldn't just leave it at "that's nice." It had to be, but someone else had a better one. This is how this person may have spoken to you. Like, "Oh, you got something nice," or "Whatever you got going on is cute, but I know somebody who doing way better than you." That's the vibe I'm getting when it comes to this jealous individual. There's something about you, even if you don't resonate with jealousy, even if you think you have less than that person, that person is still envious of you, male or female. Give me more spirit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Left hanging. Feeling all alone because someone didn't answer the call, navigating through tough times when it feels like no one's there for you. You know what? This person left you hanging for what they thought it was something in the they thought they could have the spotlight without you. Whatever that was, whatever they were seeking, whatever it was money, whether it was attention. Like I said, this person, they wear the mask, they people please a bit. They want to be noticed. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is they don't get noticed the way you get noticed. And the reason why is because this person is not their genuine self. You saw the meme, right? They watch you. This person watches you. They study you. The problem is they're not being authentic. They can't be you. They need to be them. And they need to be comfortable in their skin. But they're not. They're not. Tell me more, Spirit. Crow. Mystery, intelligence, transformation, adaptability, resilience. Yeah, silent watcher. But this person is going through some sort of transformation because you're not in their life. You're not connected with them or something. Something is happening to them because you are protected, and no matter how much they watch you, or no matter how much they envy you, no matter how much they're jealous of you, it doesn't change their circumstances. Then they start, this is somebody starting to see that now. You had to leave this person hanging because they thought you was a sitting duck. They thought they could play in your energy. They thought they could hustle you, but they got hustled by something else that they went toward. And the spirit said the person that, or the thing, or the whatever, could be jealous of you. Like whoever they're around, whoever they're with, whatever they chose, could be jealous of you. Tell me more, spirit. Oh shoot, I'm missing all kind of. Pharmacist not playing. Oh Lord, I miss all kind of things. Yeah, low key shade. Yep. Mm-hmm. And gaslighting. Ooh, this person be lying. So if you caught them out there, like I said to the young lady that day, when she told me about the red cape or whatever, I was like, so there's another way you could say you didn't really like it. She's like, "Oh no, I do like yours. I do like yours. I just, I'm partial to color red, and I want a red one." I said, "Okay, then say that then." But the way that sounded, it didn't sound right. She was like, "Oh no, sis. Oh no, lies." But they lie about other things. Gaslighters, they don't really discriminate when it comes to their lies. They find a lot to lie about. And you just have to be discerning with them if you have to deal with them at any point in time. This person lies so much, they may lie to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Convince themselves of a thing. You can't, you know, listen. Dealing with liars, once you know that they're a liar, that's an unsafe relationship, period. Okay? Because if they'll lie to you about the smallest thing, they'll lie to you about anything, and that puts you in a bad position. That's spell work. You know what I'm saying? Because you cannot make a good decision based on a lie, no matter what it is. Tell me more. Mm-hmm. Okay, so STD. Ooh. Not funny. That's just the pettiness laughing right now. But somebody can have a sexually transmitted disease or a spiritually one transmitted disease. Either way, somebody might be sick because of all the stuff that they do, all the people that they hustle. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could be out there, like, just out there. You know, when a person doesn't have you in their life, a lot of times they, you know, especially if they're like an avoidant energy, they will sleep with anybody just to numb from dealing with you. Meaning, like, they will have to go soothe themselves. The other person won't mean anything to them, but they'll lay down with them. They'll even form something that look like a relationship with them, but it doesn't mean the same. It don't land the same. It doesn't have the same energy. All to avoid dealing with you. All to avoid fully transforming. But when I'm hearing the spirit said that this person um, has no choice but to transform because the karma that they're receiving right now requires them to. Okay? They have no choice but to transform. In the meantime, they watching. Tell me more, spirit. Oh, somebody thought, oh, what did I just tell y'all? What did I just say? They will sleep. My bad. This person will sleep, lay down, canoodle with anybody just to get over you, just to pacify themselves in the moment. They'll go find somebody, they'll dredge somebody from their past if they have to, just to soothe themselves. Like a child that sucks their thumb. They will do what they gotta do to soothe themselves if they can't be with you. Right? And the reason Spirit said the reason why they can't be with you, one, it hurts. It hurts because you without you indirectly point things out to this person about things they need to transform and within themselves, and they don't like that. This is somebody who is not really ready to make those changes or willing at this point. You know what I'm saying? But life is forcing them to, so it's kind of like, do they accept the lesson or do they continue the pain? Because either way, they're gonna get it. If they accept the lesson and surrender, whatever it is, the bad behavior, the lying, the gaslighting, the numbing that they do, the soothing, the wearing the mask, like there's a lot of transformation that needs to happen. If they allow it to happen, it's painful, but it's not painful forever. This person don't want to even venture into pain. This is like somebody who won't even dip their toe into the pool to see how cold it is or warm it is. They just, you know what, I don't want to, I just don't want to deal with it. I just don't want to deal with it. But Spirit is saying, okay, we still going to take you through it. You still gonna get that way. One way or the other, somebody's gonna push you in that water and you're gonna have to feel it, whether it's hot or whether it's cold. It's gonna shock you one way or the other. Yep. I just feel like anybody has the capacity to change. They have to want it. If they don't want it, then they won't. If they don't see any need to, then they won't try. Uh-oh. I forgot to do my bottom of the deck. Alright, here it is. Bottom of the deck. What is that? Oh, love lockdown, yeah. So this person is like They don't know how to express love, but yet they're hyper focused on what they have with you. They're also, this is also giving like control issues with a person that's manipulative and feels like they're a hustler. They want to control their life, which means that also means controlling the people in their life. So if this person is exhibiting control issues by being manipulative, by lying, yeah, they still got a lot of healing to do. Okay, because that is also a choice. Definitely community thought, male or female. Yeah. Tell me more, spirit. Everybody feel like they left hanging though. You know what? There's also given in any given moment this person becomes a victim with the left hanging. They go from being heartless to victim in like 2 seconds. Like you don't even know what hit you. You be like, wait a minute. You was just, but didn't you? Yeah, this person. Tell me more, spirit. Yeah. See? But they want you to forgive them. They want you to accept them as they are. So it softens the blow so that they don't have to transform, they don't have to change, right? And maybe you did in the past cuz this is past energy. They want that opportunity to do that again. Like if they could just say I'm sorry and you say, "Oh, okay." Then that's enough for them, right? And then they will just go back to doing what they've been doing. So you already know. Spirit said that's why you're protected. You already know that's why this person feels left hanging because you already know. We've done that dance. This person now needs to grow, and it doesn't mean I always tell y'all that a person growing and actually becoming better doesn't necessarily mean they are supposed to be with you. It just means that you guys met, and not a lot of times they have thrust you into an awakening as well as themselves just by the way they behave. Yep. Tell me about this transformation from this hustler to what, spirit? Oh shit. They definitely gotta go through it with the death card here. Oh, they are currently going through it now. So this person is having major endings in their life, things that they will not be able to come back to. Whatever, it could be their situationship, their third party, it could be their livelihood, it could be their home life, it could be family situation, romantic, friendships, certain things in their lives, excuse me, and I say lives because I feel like this affects multiple people, are coming to major endings. Like I said, Spirit's going to give them this lesson, this karma, no matter what. No matter what. Miss Black Cherry, I'm clutching my pearls. Y'all silly. What you said? She's stupid. Ah, tell me more. Carmen, oh, please. You are so... I was about to say... Oh, I ain't going to say it. I ain't going to say it. Oh. This person try to leave you with unfinished business. This is what they wanted. So this person wants you to feel like with this gaslighting and this jealousy though, they want you to feel like, but we really didn't end though. You know what I'm saying? We never said the words that it's over for good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or at least they didn't. So however they left it, however you moved on silently, maybe there was a ghosting or whatever. This person believes that y'all have unfinished business. When many of you, and I won't say all because everybody's situation is different, but many of you have already ended it. Like them walking away was the ending. And a lot of people don't seem to understand that when they want to play kind of, games with people and manipulate and gaslight and shit like that. They feel like I should be able, I'm entitled to come back to a relationship anytime I want. Hence, this person feels like they are a heart collector. I collect the hearts. I know who, cares about me this way or that way. And we have unfinished business. Long as I say it's unfinished. The problem is they're now seeing that currently that's no longer the truth. Even if it was at one point, that's not the truth. They are having endings that they cannot come back from now. They got endings they cannot. Yeah, and that's what they jealous about. Because how do you fix something you broke completely? Like, I don't know if you've ever seen this story. A friend of mine did a video of it. I appreciate that too. But there's times where, all right, put it this way. If you took a ceramic plate and you smashed it on the ground and you tried to put that ceramic plate together, you might have some type of epoxy glue that would allow you to glue pieces back together. But that plate would never, ever be the same. And it might even have holes and gaps due to the small particles. You not being able to scoop all of that up and glue that back on. Um, you will see the cracks, right? The plate will not be smooth anymore. And so that's what happens when you do a person dirty, right? And they realize it too. Because sometimes people don't realize at first that you're doing them dirty. When they know that trust is broken, that relationship is no longer safe, you might as well have broke the plate. And no matter how much you patch it up, it will not be the same. And we have to recognize too that people never meet us the same way ever again. That doesn't mean we stop being a loving individual, that we lose our heart or whatever. It just means that in that connection, things have changed so dramatically. Piecing it back together is still like you will still how do I want to put it? Because I'm having to. All right, let me just tell you the story that came to mind. So, a friend of mine from college, we got to talking one day, years after college, and he had a baby, and I was so happy for him. And the young lady that he had the baby from, he said she was the love of his life. So I was like, oh, okay. But that they were starting to have some issues. And I said, why? Oh, my bad. He did have a baby from her first. I think he told me about this before the baby came. Or before he got her pregnant. I don't know how this, it was before. But anyway, they had been together at that point, I want to say somewhere between 5 and 7 years. But he had cheated on her with two different women. One woman for like 2 years, the other one for like 3 years. While he's with this woman, then he comes clean to her. Prior to impregnating her, he comes clean. I don't know why she went through having a child. I don't know this woman. I don't know nothing about her other than what he told me. I've seen her. She's beautiful. And I'm just like, but bruh, if you love this person, why would you cheat? And then the details of what he shared, he called himself coming clean. He came a little too clean because he told her a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Right? He didn't leave too much to the imagination. And I was like, bruh, no disrespect. Yes, you should have come clean. But I think you went too far in the telling of the details, right? I said, if she stays with you, and let's just say y'all in your 90s still together. If a 70-year-old thing walked past you, she looking at you like, what you gonna do with that? We never forget. We never forget. You know what I'm saying? The nature of the relationship changed. I will say, I don't even think that they are, well, I don't know if they together now. I know he miserable. When he do show up on social media, he's miserable because he made a decision to take this person for granted. and claimed that she was the love of his life, yet he was sharing himself with other people. Like, how do you come back from stuff like that? Or how? Oh, and Spirit said this person. Oh shit. Okay, I'm getting another download. Spirit said this person would try to make you jealous so that this would be an unfinished love story. They would, Spirit said they would do things, position themselves in a way for you to see their life and hope that you would be jealous enough to try to win their love and or affection. This person diabolical, y'all. I'm sorry. And you know, you would know who this person is in your life. But yeah, they would it would be Spirit said they would do it in a way that only you would know. It's kind of like, now I feel like this happened before in a reading, but it's kind of like I don't know, like liking your stories, but then posting, giving a ring to somebody on your birthday type shit, okay, or your favorite holiday, like on a Valentine's Day if that's your favorite holiday. Like doing something like I'm gonna like your story, get your attention, and then so you can see me over here doing this thing with these people I really don't care about, but I just want you to see it. This person could be diabolical. They want to trigger the emotional responses that they have within them. Well, they done fucked around and they finding out. Tell me more about this heart collector spirit. Ooh, heartless. This I told y'all earlier. I don't mean it's not funny, but this heartless person collects hearts because it makes them feel something to go mess with all these people. It makes them feel like they matter when they go mess with these people, when they go back to these relationships. It makes them feel like something, right? Because they empty. And that's emptiness. That shit don't just happen, right? That comes from trauma. It comes from severe neglect and abuse. It comes from somebody dangling uh, the carrot of love or playing with somebody's head. It comes from the gaslighting they may have experienced that taught them how to gaslight, right? And so they collect hearts. This person, yeah, this, let me go over here and turn on the charm, and this person love me. Let me go over here and turn on the charm, and this person love me. Then I'm gonna leave all of these situations unfinished, hoping I have the ability to come back to one just in case, right? So you may be a breaking case of emergency type person to this person. At least that's what they thought, right? But see, you are powerfully protected. And it says, I am healthy, wealthy, I'm rich, I'm that bitch. They can't understand why they can't have you fawning over them. Now, they may have those karmics in their lives fawning over them, but they don't mean the same. It don't mean the same. Right. Exactly. Planning a trip. Yes. Just doing something with that other person, hoping that you would notice and you would get jealous, that you would feel some kind of way. They want to invoke those pitiful emotions, that shame, that regret, that jealousy, that envy, all of the things that they feel, they want you to feel. That's weirdo behavior, but that's what folks do. Yep. Now here's the thing. When you move on, when you surrender connections like this, that stuff stops affecting you. If it did at any point in time, it stops. You learn to not even care. It's not an effort. You have no effort in it anymore. It's not like you got to convince yourself to not be bothered. You just aren't. You can see it and go, wow. And keep it moving. If you even see it. If you even notice. If even somebody come and tell you, you're not affected. It's not the same. It don't hit the same because they broke that plate already. And there's no glue. They ain't even put the glue on it yet. It's just the plate is just literally broken. But they think, oh, I'm just gonna find the materials to put it back together when I get ready. Not they don't realize you done picked the plate up and threw it in the trash. Cause what you gonna do with that plate? Nothing. You can't eat off it. It's not even a display plate anymore. It's worthless. And a lot of people, when they do things like this, and because they're heartless, they're mindless too, because they're not thinking how's this going to play out. This person, when they're a hustler in their energy, they're always in survival mode. They do not think long term. They think very short term, very now, very how can I get it? How can I survive in this moment? Whether they're playing somebody emotionally, financially, or whatever, the jig is for now. They don't see where this is going. And this person is in this mode and they don't know how to get out of that mode. Bottom of the deck. Oh, and they got a lot of lies, a lot of hidden stuff. And they might even impregnate somebody that they over there numbing with. So then that creates a whole nother volatile situation for somebody because of all the entanglements they got going on, STDs and all that. They create pregnancies. Now they got children, karmic children to raise up, all because they over there being nasty. They over there numbing because they can't have you no more, or at least they think they can't have you for that time period. This is somebody who don't want to take accountability. You know what I'm saying? They unaccountable for their actions. They don't think they have to. This is somebody who male or female, y'all too, take it how it resonates. But this is somebody who does not do consequences well. They will not acknowledge that as consequences. That's the hard part. Them trying to see the them in the situation. But see, what happens is spirit will show them regardless of you. Spirit will show them when you treat people a certain way, you will receive that back. You will, whether it's good or bad, you will receive it back. All right, tell me more, spirit. Let's get on over to the tarot. Yeah, them sorries ain't working like they used to. They ain't working like they used to. More, spirit. Yes, this person, I'm telling you, they're a gaslighter, a liar, Seven of Swords. They're a thief. I feel like interesting last night. What card? What deck did I use? Oh, I used Light Seers. When I was reading for Sis last night, it was given Seven of Swords energy. I don't think we got the Seven of Swords, but the truth did come out. This was in the past. The lies that they told in the past is what cracked the plate, right? This person thought they were being a hustler. They thought they were being strategic with you. They thought they could manipulate you. They thought they could control you. The problem is when people don't realize that you do have a mind of your own, and no matter how much spell work, how much lying they do, it does not necessarily mean that you fall for it. They don't mean that. But some of those hustler type, manipulative, gaslighting people believe their own lies, right? Or think that ultimately they're smarter than everybody. They might be smart, but that doesn't mean they're smarter than you. Tell me more. Yep, their life is in balance right now. You know what I'm saying? They juggling way too much because they got too much going on. This person likes distraction. A spirit said they also like to feel needed, which is weird, but they like distraction. So their life is very out of balance. It's almost like they're always putting out a fire. for somebody else. Mm, that's true. Tell me more. Yeah. This might be an Aquarius. Um, but you can't, there's no hope in this situation with this person. All right. They've taken your hope away. When they broke that plate, when they mistreated you, when they left you hanging or tried to, um, they went over, like I said, this person got tricked by a trickster. This is a trickster getting tricked. Um, Oftentimes people don't realize when a person is lying with you, like let's just say you doing underhanded stuff with this person. Eventually they're gonna lie to you. So I feel like the people that this person associates with they're liars just like them. But the problem is, eventually that jealousy comes out, right? And those people start to lie to them. So this person has lost a lot of hope, especially in this connection, that they thought they had planted the seeds to do what they want. They wanted it to grow the way they wanted to grow. Like they felt like when I give it light, it has light. When I don't want to have light, I take the light back and that's it. Mm. Tell me more, Spirit. Up, Eight of Wands. This nonsense caused you to move on. They would like to pursue communication with you, though, I will say that. But the communication that keeps coming through ain't nothing but lies. Lies and deceit. And wasted time. When somebody got an unfinished love story with you, they are really literally wasting time. You don't know if the person that you playing games with is going to even live for you to return back to. You don't know if they're gonna stay in a place that you can achieve a relationship with. You don't know a lot of factors if you leave things undone. A lot can happen. A person can turn around and get married on you, and you thought you was getting ready. I'll propose in 10 years to this person. Who said that that person was gonna give you 10 years to do that? 5 years. Hell, some people ain't giving you two. Tell me more, Spirit. So they wasting time with the lies and the jealousy and the game plan and the manipulation. But they're really only wasting their own time, not yours. Yeah, Nine of Cups. You over here living your best life. Your wishes are coming true. You've discarded their energy, right? Because that was the Eight of Cups. You walked away. And now you on your way to your 10th cup. You are getting what you want. But this person is emotionally lazy, and that's what this card also represents. So this person could be waiting on you to return. Spirit said, tell them don't hold their breath. Don't do it. You're going to gasp for air. You drown. Bottom of the deck, Hangman energy. Lord, they want you to hang in there, girls and boys. They want you to stick around and watch it go down. They want to see how long they can play this game. And let me tell you something. You don't want nobody that thinks that for you. You don't want somebody in your life that thinks that they could just keep you in a waiting position and that you'll just be waiting on them. And then they can go do what they want to do with whoever they want to do it with, right? And that you're going to be in the last place that they left you. You don't want that. Because that's somebody that don't respect you, care about you. They not care about themselves. 9 times out of 10, they don't. They may look it because they want to look the part. But if they cared about themselves and they claim to love you, they would devote themselves to transforming and doing whatever it is that needs to be done to have that relationship. The one thing they say about men in particular, that men tend to know who it is and what they want from, like, almost first sight. Women, we're not first sight so much, right? We grow to love you. We tolerate, we pick you, we choose you eventually, right? It's usually not immediate. If it's immediate, it's probably a red flag. Probably. In my experience and in my observation, the quicker we choose you, usually you're not the one, right? However, when we take our time to really see if you are invested in a connection before we agree, usually we're coming from a better perspective. But men typically they know from the time they meet you. You don't. It's some about you that doesn't leave them. Your smell, your touch, your smile, something you said, something you did, the time they spent with you, it does not leave them. And this person, though, they're very confused in their spirit and they can't make up their mind. That is not the kind of man you want. That's not a man. That's a child who can't make up their mind which toy they want to play with today. Because that's the type of person they'll tell you, I just want to go with the flow. I just want to see where it goes. I'm not really sure. And they could just be unsure in perpetuity. Or the more you put some type of demand on them or requirement on them, it's going to be like, hey, I told you, I really didn't know where this was going to go, because they weren't taking you seriously. I'm just saying. Take how it resonates. But this is a very confused individual that just wants to be in your energy. And they just want to hang around. And they just want to act the part, but not be the part. That makes sense? Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, you had to hold back from all of that. When you recognize what they were about, you had to pull back your energy. This person pulls back too. So I feel like you may have stalemate energy with this person, but it's okay. Spirit said you surrendered. It's like you put your, I don't know, your flag down, your weapons down, and you just left them and walked away. You like, I don't need to fight with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to argue with you. You can't only argue by yourself if I'm not around. So there's no argument. There's no fighting. I have the strength to walk away. I have the strength to choose me. That's this energy. You held back because you realized that this person was a liar. They were manipulative. They played games. Tell me more, Spirit. You realize who and what this is. The Emperor, yeah, girl. So this person may be under judgment too. They are getting disciplined. They're being told. I feel like this is not their energy. This is what, what I'm saying, happens. It's like somebody stepping in or stepping up. Oh, let me find out. Some of y'all got an emperor coming in, somebody who's really about that. They have the wisdom, the guidance to understand. Oh, you might have a new boo coming through. And this person can't measure up to that energy. They can't measure up to this energy. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me about this lack of hope. I feel like a lot of y'all, like I said, y'all surrendered this connection. You lost hope in it. When they broke, they shattered them hopes. When they broke that plate, they shattered the hopes. 4 wands. Crow. Okay, what is that? Oh, the death. Yeah. So whoever this emperor is could be bringing stability into your life, because you lost hope with this person. So whatever you're focused on, it sounds like it's more about the stability within your life, that you are getting the right connections. But you had to put that connection down because it wasn't right. Spirit said it sounded like it was very distracting, right? Like, ask yourself, is this person good for you, or were they emotionally the wrong fit? Tell me more. yeah, Knight of Wands. Yeah, they was reckless. This person was giving everybody they wand. What did Rochelle say? What did Black Cherry say earlier? What you said? Wait, hold on. Let me look at the screen. Hold on. You said they was. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. Community dictatorship or whatever you said. Listen, they were. This person was very reckless. Um, this person really didn't consider consequences. Again, they were a fly by night type of individual. Which way the wind blow? This is what they did. They didn't consider where the wind would blow them. They didn't consider where they would land. It was just, let me just go toward, I don't know, this old heart. This old heart would pay me some attention. This old heart would give me some booty. This old heart would do this. This old heart would do that. You know what I'm saying? They were just out there. It was out there, reckless with it, flinging it to everybody. And this is what they feel like now. They feel like the fool because they can't penetrate you the way they used to. They can't get into your emotions. They can't penetrate you physically, emotionally, and mentally. They can't do any of that now. So they feel stupid. They feel foolish. They are also dealing with a lot of fear. Can't take a leap of faith. There's shame and regret here. Um, this person can't get with you like they used. They just not on your level. Mm. Bottom of the deck. 5 of 1. There's a lot of inner conflict in this person for all the lies and the secrets that they told. You know, all the drama that they've been involved in. This person, they have muddled thinking. They don't think straight. All right. This is somebody who their life is in a constant state of chaos and conflict. I'm hearing, like, it just never. They get these quiet lulls, or they used to, but Spirit said it's picked up now. Like, people go through patterns and cycles, right? But sometimes there's like stretches of time where things are calm and nothing's really going on. Spirit said, no, now the stretches of time are shorter. It's a short journey, it's a short distance between. So it's like there's always a constant uproar, a constant upheaval, a constant slide low, spread the wide. It's a constant stream of drama in their life, and most of it now is internal. um Mainly because this person didn't choose to heal. Like, we can choose to separate ourselves. Matter of fact, I watched this video series. I think she put up like, I don't even know if it was 20 videos. Some lady, some girl on here on YouTube, I don't know where else she posts, but her name is Christine or Christina with a K, Choi. I think it's two eyes. I guess for our handle might be two eyes. It's a Korean girl who left her abusive family, right? She's 22 years old and she left her toxic family. Now, this young lady is privileged, right? Her family comes from wealth, but they are still very much off the chain mentally. And they're abusive and they mess with her self esteem. Her words, not my experience, okay? Now, there were people in the comments, she said, she mentioned more views than what she has, so I'm assuming she might be TikTok or something. But anyway, there are people that will try to tear her down and say she had everything in the world and she didn't appreciate anything. And that wasn't it. These people, she said, there was times when she was so scared to make a noise in that house, she was scared to use the bathroom or the shower because they would complain. So she had a boyfriend for like 3 years, and he stuck with her. He helped her and her sibling. She said, she never said it was a boy or girl, but she had a sibling. She helped them. He helped them. Um, I guess with their self esteem, he helped them get apartments. Well, the the sibling move out and further their education and get toward a career, right? She, on the other hand, I guess she got her degree. I'm not sure if she got a degree. I think she did. I know yeah, I think she did have a degree. She had an internship that turned into a full time job. She changed her full time job, and she had a side hustle. This girl drove a Tesla that she paid for with her money that had nothing to do with the parents. They were not on the title of the car. And one day she finally said, "You know what? I'm gonna take what I want out of this house, and I'm leaving. And I'm gonna do it quietly, and I'm gonna write a note." So she wrote a note on, and this was literally like, I want to say 2 months ago, 2 to 4 months ago, when she started posting on YouTube. And she tells her story about how the boyfriend really helped her. She went to therapy. She said that she because she was so loyal to the family and she was defending the family, um, the therapist said she showed signs of narcissism, PTSD, um, manipulative, something. But it she had to break the spell, right? So it took time. It once she started realizing what they were and allowed the accountability of who they were on them, right? And she took a step instead of, they call it enmesh. I think it's called enmeshment, when you feel like you take ownership for somebody else's shit, right? And so when she stopped doing that, she finally started to heal, right? It took a while. She said it took a while for me to see it from a different perspective and not just theirs. She said she was constantly viewing what the therapist was saying from their perspective instead of her own and her own experience. Boy, I'll say, I'm gonna tell y'all parallel this little girl. I don't know who she is. I don't know her full story, but I believe her. I watched all her little shorts, and I'm like, she making sense. She got an apartment, her and the boyfriend. She's not like, she don't overdo it when they're spending. She's very conscious of her finances, but she's proud of herself for persevering. This kind of energy does not persevere. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is somebody who succumbs to the people pleasing, who succumbs to what it looks like, because that's why they think they're a hustler. This is somebody feel like they got all the answers and don't got none. Don't got now, nail one. This is somebody your spirit guides are protecting you from, because they are all over the place in their thinking. Man or woman, they hide secrets. They play games with you and others, right? This person don't know who they are. I don't care how they could be 60 years old. They do not know who they are. This is somebody that will lead you nowhere, literally nowhere. And you know what I was saying about a man who knows what he wants? This is not somebody that knows what they want, because they're always looking for the next thing. Kind of like my friend that I mentioned to you from college. He must have been always looking for something else, or something else to validate him. Because I mean, I don't know how to explain why you would cheat on somebody you claim to love, but he had to be one of those dudes looking for the next thing and letting other women convince him that they were the thing that he was looking for, but yet he never felt satisfied with them. Then when he realized, okay, no, she is the one, and he got, I gotta come clean, he broke the plate. And I'm not saying he shouldn't have come clean, y'all. I'm just saying he broke the plate. Life with them will never be the same. But this is the one he claims is the one true love. This is that person. Somebody like that who is just confused in their skin as to what they want, who they want, and when. Somebody who will want to keep you waiting if that's possible. And Spirit said no, they had to protect you from that energy. And you surrendering the connection swept away any bad luck attached to this person, right? Cleansed you, gave you more self-reflection and personal growth. Why? Because it helps you make better choices. When people are treating you like this, or you go through stuff like this, and you recognize that this is an unhealthy attachment or relationship or whatever, you grow, you benefit from that, and you get protection, and you learn how to protect yourself. For many of you, this happened a long time ago. For many of you, it's still happening or about to. But that growth, and I know quite a few people who are doing therapy, but they finally got to the point where they see the right perspective, which is their own. Not how they were groomed to think, not how that somebody wants them to project onto them. No, somebody's coming to, I feel like y'all collectively are coming to your own realizations, and you're validating yourself. That's the important thing. When somebody mistreats you, I don't care how much money they got, if they leaving you out the will and they throwing and they dangling money over you type shit. When you free yourself from any of those entrapments, entanglements, whatever you want to call it, you can free your mind and validate your experience. But if you cling into, I'm gonna get something, I'm gonna get something from this person, this person's gonna give me something, I need something from this person, you stay stuck in that rut, in that energy of wanting and waiting. This person may be like that with whoever they came from or whoever they're with, but you're not with them like that. Nobody here, I feel like my collective, y'all not stuck on what this person can give you, what the person can do for you. You're independent of that. The Nine of Cups is here. You have what you need. You have you. It don't matter who else comes in your life. If this Emperor comes in there and they balance you out, beautiful. Either way, you good. Either way, you're good. You are stronger now by having had a connection like this. You're stronger. You're more knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? You're more understanding and more compassionate with yourself because you have grown. We live, we learn, and we do better. Yup, you are your whole self. But when you, sometimes we got to go through it first. Honestly, I believe that now because in my older age, I haven't, there was a lot I didn't experience with a lot of different people because I locked down fairly early in life. Not, it didn't feel early to me because people younger than me, I don't know, how can I put this? When everybody was losing virginity back in the day, I wasn't. I was observing how the girls were falling in love, and then the dude got some, and then turned around and was running to this one and that one and this one and that one. I'm like, damn, you just got the girl virginity, you made her your girlfriend, and now you hoeing. And I used to just, I took a step back and I took a different perspective, right? So no one before my spouse got my heart. You know, they got interest. I might have been infatuated or something like that, but they didn't get my heart. So I grew up, I would say, from that point on, kind of insulated from a lot of nonsense, only to experience that through different relationships. So when I see things like what I see here, sometimes I can resonate fully with it because I've experienced some of it from other people. And I'm thinking, damn, Spirit, why you wait till I get to this big age? People turn on me and carry me a certain way. But hey, when I got the knowledge, I got the knowledge. When I learned to protect myself differently, I learned to protect myself differently, right? There's certain levels of spirit that's just going to protect you anyway, right? But now, when you get the knowledge and the experience of the hurt, the pain, and the, of relationships like that, you also learn how spirit is protecting you, and then you can thank your spirit guides too, cause you will know like, ooh, I dodged that bullet right there. If I had only did this, or if I had done that, then this would have happened, or that would have happened. You end up on a different level. Because spirit is like, now we can protect you because you are watching what we're doing. You're paying attention. You hear us, right? You hear what we saying to you? And you like, yeah, spirit, I hear you now. Good. All right, little girl, little boy, listen up. Don't go down there. Don't go to that function. You know what I'm saying? Stay home. Pet your cat. Pet your dog. Take a walk. Don't go over there. And they block you. They tell you things to block you from putting yourself in further harm. You don't need to go to the family reunion this year. You did it 10 years before. You don't need to do it. Remember how it turned out last time? Oh, that's right. Okay, so don't go there. Why? Weren't you miserable? Weren't you humiliated? Did you feel shame or regret? Weren't these people nasty to you? You go, yeah. All right, so what you going for? You know what, spirit, you right. And you bow out. You get them lessons and you bow out of situations and you do it without apology. You bow out of relationships and situationships that are not serving you and you do it unapologetically. Why? Because you know you deserve better than people that don't know what they want, who they want, or how they should treat people. So the person in question, they're confused in their energy. But again, it is not your responsibility to enlighten them. If you did it already. You don't have to keep doing it. And Spirit said, just go ahead with your journey. Keep loving on yourself. Because then you attract the right emperor energy. A person that's disciplined. A person that has integrity. That's stable. Mentally, emotionally, financially. Someone who could bring you blessings. Somebody that's not going to tear you down and break the plates. Somebody's going to shine that plate up by hand, dry it, and put it up properly so that it's protected. Somebody that's not going to make you feel like you are unsafe in your connection with them. You take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, don't take it. But, you know, when we know better, we do better. Period. When we know better, we do better. There could be a Leo energy here too. And Aries, Gemini, Leo, Aquarius energy. Yes, like fine china handle with care. This person was on that Knight of Wands, a bull in the china shop type energy. They didn't care what heart they broke. They just would call themselves collecting hearts, whether they broke them or not. They didn't care how things went. This person was extremely reckless in your energy. And the consequence of being reckless in your energy is not having you. And your spirit guides will ensure that, because they will make it difficult for this person to get next to you, to try you, to play with you. They will make it so difficult that this person will have no other choice but to move on or just go deal with their stuff. They ain't gotta go nowhere. They just can't deal with you. You know? So yeah, your person is dealing with that person. I don't call them yours, because if you surrender them, they're not yours anymore. But that person in your energy has to go learn their lesson, because the likely outcome is they're still a fool and they feel foolish. They feel foolish for the way they treated you. And yes, they would love for you to forgive them. I feel like, forgiveness is a personal story. If you forgive them so that you can move on, then great. But forgiving them to make sure they know, that's something different. That's not the same. Some people, they want that closure. I think your person, if they walked away and they left you hanging, they already gave you the closure you needed. There's no unfinished love story with people who are separated from each other. That chapter is done. Whatever that chapter is done. Whether you reopen and you start writing again, it's up to you. But that chapter is a wrap. You know what I'm saying? That's in the records. We like to believe that we have unfinished love story. It just means that, you still love them, they still love you, and that's that. But that certain chapter in your life, that part closed. And rather you reopen the book and start writing again is all completely your decision. But that person would need to be in some totally different energy to meet a totally different version of you. And some of y'all don't want that, but I respect that. You take it how it resonate. I respect it if you want that. It's your business. It's your business, your life. You know what I'm saying? In this particular skin suit and during this incarnation, this is your life. You do what you will. But I will say, never meet the same person twice. So this was a little sneak peek. If you would like a live donation reading, I'm here for a few more minutes as I clear my spot. Put these cards back up. But if you would like a live donation reading, you follow the pinned comment while I do that. And then if not, it's no problem. I will finish the live off. But I thank y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all being here. And I hope that the rest of the week is good for y'all. I mean, where I'm at, some places got 2 feet of snow. I think we had 15.5 inches, but might have been higher. I don't know what they were measuring in our area, but child, we had the snow of snows. They said it was the 9th biggest snowstorm in history, which is crazy. And it's not even going to stay long because it's already warmed up. I'm so glad it's warmed up compared to where it was. Child, that cold was too much for me. Okay, peace, Carmen. Peace, bite. You hate the snow? I know. I just, I think the second half of my life needs to be where, let me start say the second half of my life. The next phase of my life needs to be without all this snow. Now, I gotta settle on where that's gonna be for sure, but this ain't it. I don't wanna dress warmly and shovel. I don't. Also don't want apartment living, so I need the weather to be great. I need the weather to just be, you know. But then we got this global warming we can't ignore, so who knows, y'all? I'm just over it. We had the fortune of a couple of boys coming and offering to shovel for a couple dollars, so we had them shovel, paid them, and that was a godsend, cause I had to go outside and I didn't want to have to do all that. And so, little able bodied, they didn't even have no gloves. I said, why you ain't got no gloves? He told me something. It's not even that cold. I was like, all right, baby, whatever. Just hit this, hit that, and we good. He was like, all right. Yeah, I need heat. And I see why people go down to Florida. Um, I mean, I don't want to do Florida, but I see why they go down there and build their retirement homes, because they be trying to get away from this mess up here. I think it hasn't been this bad since the 90s. This high and this much. Yeah, I don't like no hurricane either. You know, if you build, and I don't understand the you know what it is? You ever see Fraggle Rock? Do you know y'all know the show Fraggle Rock? Put in the comments, say yes if you know Fraggle Rock, and then I'll explain. Okay, remember the Doozers and Fraggle Rock. And the Doozers, they used to build. All they did was build. And the Fraggles, is that what they call the Fraggles? I forgot. Anyway, they used to eat whatever the Doozers built. But the Doozers, the ecosystem was the Doozer build, the Fraggles eat. The Doozers build, the Fraggles eat. If the Fraggles stop eating, the Doozers overbuild and then stop building. And, at one point, I think it was Moki had stopped everybody from eating the Doozers' work because she felt like they just wanted that we should appreciate the structures, but they're like, no, if y'all not eating them, then we not gonna build, right? Well, in America, I feel like we are doozers in that every time a structure is rebuilt, they rebuild it the same way, right? In Kansas, you see all them tornadoes and stuff like that will come and decimate towns. I say Kansas because from a little girl, they always talked about the tornadoes in Kansas from the Wiz and all that, right? So, for example, those flatlands always get decimated. But do you know you could build like a dome home? And it's a different type of structure, but it's sturdier when it comes to tornadoes and hurricanes because of the circular shape of the building. It causes them to withstand hurricanes and what's we call it tornadoes. So we have the knowledge, yet we won't change how we do shit. And then there's people who have houses that have to keep rebuilding. And then we wonder why the insurance industry is the way it is in certain areas where you don't get certain insurance claims. They don't go through anymore. So if you rebuilding on you. Flood zones, all kind of shit. So we folks need to be willing to change shit. Ultimately, we could have lasted longer, done better in certain areas of this country, in my country. I'm gonna say mine because I know I got international people that watch. But in this country, we could have done better if we just changed. And folks don't want to change. I'm over it. I'm over it. We could be somewhere else, living a whole different existence, and change the way we do shit for real. What the hell is this? Yeah, we could. So yeah, I thank y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all. Um, I don't know. I think I ain't got no school tomorrow. We'll see what tomorrow brings if I can come on. But yeah, if you're not one of the shut-ins like me, enjoy your day, the rest of your week. To me, it's a short week now because I think we're losing 2 days of school for both of them, my children rather, which means I have less hustle running and carrying on. Yay! Oh, no, that's a lie. That's a whole lie. I got meetings all freaking day tomorrow. And that is if they're not canceled. Oh my gosh. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in the next time. All right. Peace.